Welcome into the Fan Speak Network. I am your host, Justin Spicy Bruni. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and partner, Mr. Andrew, the TD King. Sully, how we doing, sir? Happy Halloween.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spooky season. It's here tomorrow. Halloween. It's a fun time. I dipped into the streets a little bit yesterday and today. I tell you what, not so scary in the streets. Plenty of friendly faces for us to draft to win money. Let's get to it.
A lot of scroll down options this week. A lot of nice names, a lot of nice matchups there at the bottom of the board. Interested to get some of your takes on week 9. Looking at some DFS slates for Underdog. Looking at some drafts here. We're going to be doing a couple tonight, but first we are going to be going down the board, breaking down good matchups, bad matchups, maybe players we're avoiding, question marks on the draft board. Go ahead and smash the like button, share the video, and follow the Fan Speak Network on YouTube. Still got a long season to go. We've got you every Wednesday night, and we've got you every Friday night covered with free picks, free money, all sorts of good stuff for you guys. Come join the ride with us. Again, smash that like button, share the video. Andrew, I like the costume. You like Miller Lite? Yep. Okay, let's ride. Let's go for sure.
Cheers.
Yep. Crack that. All right. I went as spicy Bruni here. I couldn't find anything. Put this together. It was inspired by Mike Raub, always highlighting my, attitude, a little bit of bazinga, I bring to the show. So, wanted to get all equal parts, a little Alec Trebek, gold chain, headband, got the glasses on. We're in Rick's garage. We're ready to ride. We're ready to fly.
Love it. I should have matched you. Our chest would look differently. Yours looks manscaped. Mine's looked like I haven't mowed the front lawn in quite some time, but nonetheless.
Yeah, maybe a little thicker. Maybe a little thicker. I gotta, protect the network here. I want to get the channel shut down. I am only here because Mike Raub sent me $25 as a tip on Twitter, so that's why my clothes are off.
Nice, solid. Hey, $25, $25. Know what I mean?
A couple of bucks in today's world, a couple of shekels, if you will. Gets you a handful of drafts. Gets you about 2.5 drafts here. Week 9 Battle Royale. We're going to take a look at the top of the board. We've got these guys broken down by every 6 picks, looking at each round, potential matchups, fantasy points per game. Andrew, in the first round here, CeeDee Lamb, Alvin Kamara, Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, or Kyren Williams. Anyone standing out to you? I mean, you see Derrick Henry leading the way with the fantasy points per game. Obviously, very touchdown heavy, very reliant on that. Last week did not hit over 100 rushing yards, but still very valuable in our lineups because he's able to find pay dirt. Even if you're getting 70 rushing yards, Derrick Henry is likely to find 2. A little bit of a tougher matchup this week. What are your thoughts on him and some of these other guys up here?
Yeah, I mean, I still don't mind Derrick Henry. He's not my favorite in the first round. I do prefer to go Alvin Kamara and Jamar Chase. Alvin Kamara, I saw. Yeah, I mean, the matchups are nice for them. Alvin Kamara was limited today. Still don't think that really changes him being, in the lineup this week.
Right.
And looks like T. Higgins questionable to play, and in serious question as well. So that just gives a leg up to Jamar Chase there, in my opinion. So those are the 2 guys that I'm kind of leaning towards. But yeah, I mean, it's Derrick Henry guy. Like, I'm not going to fade Derrick Henry by any means, but I'm not going to go out of my way to draft a number 2.
I really like Kyren Williams. That's a great matchup against the running back position, going up against the Seahawks. They look much better now, the Rams, obviously, with Puka and Kupp back. I think that all of these guys are buys at their ADP, and I'm most intrigued about getting Kyren and then maybe paired up with, something strong in round 2. I mean, what are your thoughts about going full Rams, going Kyren Puka at the turn there?
Oh, man. I'm always a person that doesn't really love to do that. I mean, do you think that they're going to go out and score 35, 40 points?
They were looking really good last week.
They were, but do you think they can score 35 points?
I do. Yeah. I think that's definitely in the realm of possible outcomes for the Rams this week.
I mean, I think
the defense has been bad, very bad.
Yeah, I think of it. Yeah, but then you're forgetting Kupp too. You got to add Kupp into the mix. It's not like it's just Puka and Kyren. So
hey, don't forget about Kobe Parkinson. Hey, there to get his.
Sure. Yeah, I just it to me that's never an optimal strategy.
So you're off of Puka, Kyren. Who, if you were getting Kyren there at the turn, who would you like to pair with him in that spot?
If Chase falls, obviously I like that. If not, then AJ Brown.
Okay. Yeah. AJ Brown averaging 17.3 fantasy points per game. Solid. Obviously only been healthy for, less than a handful of games now. But still, you really like what you see, and you have a great matchup there. That matchup up against the Jaguars, very little offense coming from Jacksonville side. You're losing Kirk. You're losing, it looks like, BTJ this week. I'm not sure. I guess he's now somehow questionable. He went from like 2 to 3 weeks potentially out to potentially playing. Probably would want to stay away from him. But regardless, I think that the flow of offense could really lean heavy in favor of the Eagles in this one, similar to how we saw them run out the Bengals last week. And, they chased them out of that game. Started off pretty slow, but once they got the wheels rolling, they did not stop. It could be the entire game up against the Jaguars as the Eagles continue to get right. Because, again, to start that game did not look good. It was starting to, look, like we could buy the narrative like, hey, we can stick a fork in these guys. Like, they just can't get it done. But no, they bounced back. They rolled on there. Any other guys in the first round just before we see? CeeDee Lamb, is that in click at 1? Are you up there?
It's not an auto click for me at 1. Obviously I'm going to take him, but again, like I kind of prefer Chase a little bit there. And Kamara is also a good pick, so I don't mind taking CD, but I'm not going to like go out of my way to make sure I take him at number 1. The other guy that's sitting there, because we did just mention the Eagles, is Saquon. I mean, Saquon can have himself a really nice game. He would have had a monster game last week if Jalen Hurts didn't just go and score all the touchdowns. So, yeah, I mean, Barkley's definitely somebody that I'm going to be, taking a little bit of.
Yeah, I have really no issue with any of these guys. I would say I wouldn't be on Alvin Kamara. You love the matchup, but the Saints, the just lack of inconsistency. Is Derek Carr going to be the quarterback this week? If he's not, do we still trust Alvin Kamara at that ADP? Again, the matchup's amazing. They're a little bit weaker on offense. They've, traded Deontay Johnson for a bag of peanuts. Again, a similar situation to the Eagles and the Jags, where the offensive game flow, you would, in theory, think lean in favor of the Saints here, but I think the Panthers might be sneaky in this one. I don't know what it is. The Saints just been very disappointing recently. I'm going to ask you a couple over-unders here. Kyren Williams, over-under 18 fantasy points in Week 9.
Yeah, I can see that being over.
I'm gonna take the under because it's still a lot. I'm gonna say he's settling into that 14 to 16. All right, so we're a little different there. Derrick Henry, high number, 21 fantasy points per game, higher or lower in Week 9?
Lower.
I tend to agree. I kind of a similar finishing territory as Kyren, like maybe like that 15 to 17, even with a really good game. Last one. You said Jamar Chase, 16.8. We'll say 16.5 over under.
I think so the most likely scenario is he probably goes under, but I can also see him just having an absolute monster of a game. So I'm going to say under, but the ceiling for him feels like a 21 to 23 point game.
I am going over. I'm buying that narrative. I'm also buying that the Bengals really, really need a win, right? We saw Joe Burrow come out and say, hey, we need to win 7 of 9. Hey, it's not too hard. It's not bad, right? I mean, look how bad we've already done. We can instantly flip the script here and do completely the opposite to finish the season, right? Yeah, it totally makes sense. So I am going to buy them needing a big win. I believe they're playing this game at home. Raiders going on the road, still trying to discover themselves on offense. Could also be an offensive, heavy lean on the Bengals if their defense does show up again. Going to need a big win here at home. Mike Robb saying in the chat, you think Doug Peterson going to get fired if they lose? I don't think so. I think this is a game they're expected to lose, and they're really beat up. So I think this would be actually a bad time to fire him. I think you'd want, Oh, thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler in chat. I appreciate you, brother.
I think you just like a little bit more relativity. Like if you're gonna fire Matt Eberflus for not calling a timeout when Tyreek Stevenson is just dogging fans, and just running his mouth. Were you looking down to sully me?
Yeah, it is funny when I look down. I notice that Sully's like the only thing you can see.
You sully a Bears fan. I love that. I appreciate that. Let's crack it a little bit more into round 2. We have already kind of mentioned AJ Brown, Puka Nacua. Thoughts on Tyreek Hill? tougher matchup. Bill secondary has been decent, at least on paper. We've seen obviously the run game exposed a bit, so that lends opportunity, I still believe, to the totality of the Dolphins offense. We kind of sat in it last week. We're like, yeah, sure. I mean, wheels up. Tyreek said to start him. We're like, yeah, okay, fair enough at this ADP. Not so much. Didn't get the touchdown. Receivers really didn't have that priority that we thought they would with Tua returning. It was mostly the ground game getting it done. Mostly Achane and then Mostert knob gobbling touchdowns at the end zone. Jerk. What are your thoughts on Tyreek this week? I'm going to say over the 8.7 fantasy points per game. But is it a week that we think he's, going up into the upper echelons, like the 22, 25 plus week?
Oh man, I don't think so. Not this week. I mean, I could see him definitely going over the 8.7, but
Yeah,
I don't see him
pretty
having
low.
like a
Low.
I don't see this being like an 18 point, week for him, unless he just absolutely blows 2 long ones, down the field, then maybe. But I really don't think he's gonna have a monster of a game. So Tyreek Hill is going to be more of a fade for me this week. I'd definitely rather have AJ Brown, rather draft Bijan. I'd rather have Puka.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of guys there that I'd rather have.
I think I'd rather have Amon-Ra as well. I mean, chasing a little bit of red
agreed.
this week. I mean, just look at what the Lions are doing. I think the spread on this game right now is 3.5 points in favor of the Lions while coming on the road to Green Bay. But we have no idea if Jordan Love's going to be there. It's almost irresponsible to give out a line. I mean, to me, it seems like he's going to be missing this game. Have you seen any key injury updates on him?
I have not.
I'm thinking we could get a Malik Willis game here, and we might see the Lions put up another 50 points in week 9. If that's the case, Amon-Ra could have 2 catches for, 20 yards and a touchdown. He could also have 13 catches for 2 touchdowns and 1 billion yards. So I'm going to take him over the 13.7. I would gladly take him in this round. You had mentioned Bijan, Cowboys giving up the second most fantasy points per game. He's green in round 2. So I'm loving him. I'm loving AJ Brown, meaning that they're clipping at a high rate, 15 plus fantasy points per game, and they're getting a juicy matchup. Jags and Cowboys allowing, the top 5 fantasy points allowed to their respective positions, their receiver and running back. So absolutely loving those guys. Josh Allen, the Dolphins. Last week I said to fade Kyler Murray. Ouch. Not fun. Had to sit in that one. Had to sit with Trey McBride on some benches. Beat Ginder with him on my bench. Suck it, Ginder. That was awesome. Didn't work out everywhere. I'll tell you that. That wasn't the only place I sat Trey McBride. So, something you might try, sporadically. Not going to test that water again. No, thank you. He's going to be riding out the starting spot. I already drafted every other tight end. I was like, nope. If he's not there, I'll probably just let nobody start. Go that route.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Allen's concerned here, I'm not really going to shy away from Josh Allen. I mean, he's been amazing all season long. He can run the ball. He has plenty of options to throw it to now. I'm not fading Josh Allen.
My only concern is it's a big James Cook big James Cook week this week. I think that he could have a big game. Great matchup up against the Dolphins. Their ground game has been far worse than their secondary. Stopping quarterbacks, receivers, etc. I think James Cook's in a really good spot, and I'm with you on Josh Allen. Again, Kyler Murray stuck it in my face last week, but I think it might be a week where he throws maybe 1-1 and gets a rushing touchdown, and I'm maybe a little bit more interested in James Cook personally. Any key over unders you have there? Like Puka, pretty easy to go over the 10. He's only played in 2 games.
Yes.
What do you think about AJ Brown's over under? It's pretty high.
Man,
it's pretty high.
It is. Oh boy. I mean, I think the 17's like that's where he's going to finish. I think he's going to
stay higher. I think he's going to have a good week.
Yeah.
Great matchup. I mean, and if you don't get him, you can always get Devontae Smith. He was a smash last week as well. Cheers to Andrew. Calling that one out. I asked him last week. He said, "Hey, any other scroll down?" Like an instant. He's like, Devontae Smith, smash like that show video. Let's ride.
Yeah.
Breaking into round 3 here, we've got Gibbs, Jackson, Neighbors, Hurts, Walker, and Bowers. Some juicy matchups here. Jalen Hurts, obviously. I think that should say the Jaguars. No, that should probably say the Jaguars, not the. Yikes, not the Giants. Still the 7th most fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks. The Jaguars. We can fix that right now. Like him a lot here. Not really fading Jahmyr Gibbs. My only issue is that they can park the bus again, and it can really lower some of their upside like we've seen, just because they get ahead so quickly. Again, do you think it's that type of week, or do you think that the Packers are going to stay in this game?
If it's no Love, I don't think they really stay in the game. If Love's there, then yeah, I think that this can be a pretty nice fantasy game for us.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of agree with you about them parking the bus a little bit. With that said, out of Gibbs and Monty, don't you think that they would probably prefer to play Monty a little bit more?
Right.
If the game is kind of a little out of hand, like I think they'd rather have Monty get hurt than Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I kind of want to take Monty a little bit more than Gibbs. And you can get him, definitely later in the draft here.
No, absolutely. He's going to be coming up in a couple of rounds here. Gibbs averaging 18 fantasy points per game. Montgomery 15 as an RB2 on his own roster. Absolutely insane. Love that value. Lamar Jackson doesn't have a friendly matchup. Broncos have been solid stopping opposing quarterbacks in fantasy. I think that we're still firing him up. Any combinations that you're looking to get with him, or are you just maybe going naked Lamar this week if you're drafting him?
Depends on what I want to do at tight end. I might take Andrews to pair with that. But honestly, like Lamar's one of those guys that I don't really feel like I need to pair him with anybody specific. I just take Lamar and that's it.
Naked Lamar is always a good thing. Always a good thing. Certainly better than half naked Bruni. I'll say that much. Kenneth Walker, also a very good matchup in that Rams game again. 12th most fantasy points allowed to the running back, inside the top 12, a little bit better than median. Ken Walker's been amazing. They've really leaned on him. I think DK Metcalf coming back potentially this week actually helps Walker out a little bit more, who's also been, low key catching the ball out of the backfield. It's been a nice little uptick to his game, averaging 17 fantasy points per game here. I think he might have a more active role in his game than Jahmyr Gibbs, and I might want to target him perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad call out as well. I mean, I'm fine with any like a lot of those guys are kind of interchangeable to me. I like them all, so I don't really have to feel like I need to go grab a specific one of them. Just kind of see how the draft falls a little bit to me, who I want to pair up with. Like this is where I kind of really want to take Hurts. I think Hurts can have another really big monster game. So I think I'd rather take like the AJ Brown, grab Hurts, and then worry about running back a little later if need be. Because I do think that you can get some good running back value this week down the board a little bit. I kind of want to take my wide receivers a little higher and then scroll down a little bit for some running backs.
What do you think about getting like Henry, Bijan, Hurts, and then grabbing Devontae?
That's fine, though I do think that there's more of a discrepancy between Brown and Devontae than we may think potentially. This could be one of those just breakout Brown games where we see him get 10 plus targets, has 100 yards and like that's in the possibility. I do think that his 17.3 fantasy points per game is probably a nice bar for him. And I do see him potentially going over that. But yeah, I kind of want to take Brown more than Devonta. So I think I'd rather take Brown and then take a secondary running back a little later.
No, that's fair. Over under 10 fantasy points for Brock Bowers this week.
10.
I think it's got to be over. I mean, the Ravens have been just killing it, letting up production to the tight end position. We did it last week, cashing those Njoku tickets, or at least I did. I got the 4.5 receptions. Boo you. Unreal. Blue app. It's minus 168. It wasn't sexy, but we got it. I like him a lot this week. Great matchup, and they just need somebody to catch the ball. He's still soaking up a ton of targets. I know Jacoby Myers coming back last week, kind of stole a touchdown from him to start the game there, but I still think that, both of those guys being healthy, Bowers and Myers, I think that, in my personal opinion, Minshew looked better than O'Connell. I mean, neither of them look amazing, but I still firmly believe that Minshew has looked like the better quarterback. So I think it's a good thing for Bowers this week. Again, great matchup. Should be playing from behind, playing on the road. I think he's going to be solid.
Just looking through here. What I want to ask you. Oh yeah, Cup. So Cup or Puka, who has the better game?
Puka.
You still think okay? Okay. They were pretty split on first read targets. They were almost identical for percentage of first reads. So, I mean, you can get Cup a little later. Like, I still don't mind taking Cup. I mean, again, the Seahawks are a 14th fewest to wide receivers, but that kind of puts them middle of the pack. Like, that doesn't really scare me. So I do like Cup this week. I mean, this could be a Cup 2 touchdown game potentially.
Possibility. I mean, all those guys are up for a potential 2-touchdown game. Cup, Williams, Puka. I think that's all possible.
Yeah.
By the way, this is also supposed to be the Bengals, so just correct that really quick.
What do you think about my boy Terry?
He's been very consistent. I did not bet on him last week. I benched him in some spots. I think he can be a good start. I just worry about like total volume. It's not a guy that I can expect to get maybe 10 to 11 plus catches in a given week. I think he's got to be really efficient in getting a couple of touchdowns, so I would probably stay away.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, he's never really been that guy who's going to get, 12, 14 targets, right? Like, and they in the way that they're running this offense, like they don't really want to do that. The Giants can be run on. I know we'll get to probably B Rob a little later here, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind taking Jaden just because of the rushing upside, but Terry's again, I hate to say it, but I kind of want to fade Terry a little bit just because there's other wide receivers around that area that I like better. But yeah, I was just curious how you thought about Terry.
Yeah, in this next round, I really like James Cook and Jaden Daniels. Those still feel like the safest picks. You can see the kind of clear discrepancy in the points per game production.
Yeah.
I think if you don't get Puka, obviously Cup is a good spot right here. If you're trying to go with like a Rams build or do some bringbacks, if you have like Ken Walker or something like that. So all good there, but those would be the first two guys that I'd be looking at in this specific round. Jaden Daniels and James Cook, like I mentioned, I think that the Bills can run heavy on the Dolphins this week.
Oh, speaking of, Ginder in the chat says Bruni's not up for 2 touchdowns this week. He stinks.
Time to get
it. You mentioned James Cook right there. Green. All signals go. If you want to take the Cook route instead of Allen, like I don't hate it. I just think, it's kind of hard to fade Allen. I mean, he's been very good.
I would take both those players over their fantasy points per game average.
Would you take them together?
And Jaden, if I can get Jaden and Cook together, or
no, Allen and Cook.
It works. It doesn't. I mean, it's not a bet. We've seen it work with Lamar and Henry. I think we've seen it work with Jaden and B Rob. I would say that's okay. I don't love any of the receivers to pair up with Allen. I guess that's the issue. So that's I would.
But
say
again, like, do you need to?
No, you don't.
Yeah,
like
right.
I'm not really targeting Kincaid, Coleman, or Shakir this week. I still, even after last week, lend favor to that matchup for the Dolphins. I just don't see any one of those guys, going off more so than the other. Like, I don't see Coleman or Shakir having a 2-touchdown game. I could see James Cook getting a 2-touchdown game.
Yep.
Drake London over under 13 fantasy points in week 9. We'll round up to 13.5.
Over.
Yeah, Cowboys suck. Let's go over. I think we're getting a little bit of a discount on his ADP. He's been really solid. I mean, he had a stretch there where he was just scoring a touchdown every game. So I do like Drake London here as well. I mean, whenever you're talking about Drake London, you also just have to give yourself that afterthought that Darnell Mooney could also have a big week. Kyle Pitts finally found the end zone last week.
Twice.
I would bet on that probably not to happen again this week.
But it's not National Tight End Week anymore, people.
Right, exactly. That's over now.
People made some serious money, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was great. Drake London again, like that over. Cooper Kupp, same. We'll say round up to 15, over under.
Over for me.
I'm gonna say under. Give me like the 11 to 14. I think Puka has a better day. Next round, we've got McBride, Njoku, Olave, Swift, Pitts, and Smith. Can tell you that I'm definitely staying away from Chris Olave. Don't like the fact that when he came back, he immediately got hurt again. Don't know who the quarterback is going to be. If it's going to be Carr, if it's going to be Rattler, if it's going to be who's the grocery cart guy, Hayner. Yeah, I mean, you're not really sure what's going on there. The disrespect that I gave Trey McBride last week just lends favor that I must get at least one draft with Trey McBride. Doesn't matter if it's my Bears. Doesn't matter. Still averaging 10 fantasy points per game. I'll go to the over there this week for him. Anyone in this round that's really jumping out at you?
Jumping out, no. Like, this is kind of a range. Like, I don't mind kind of going past these guys. Devontae is a guy that I'll at least draft. But I don't mind swinging by some of these guys. Again, like, the tight ends are kind of interesting only because like a lot of these guys will probably fall. And in the drafts I've done, tight ends have not went high, so you can get McBride, Njoku, Pitts, whoever you want there a little later. So I don't mind just fading them in this round and waiting until they get to the next round and then potentially picking them. But Smith's the one that stands out to me a little bit as a good pick here. I mean, Swift, okay, sure, not bad.
Swift. You hate him.
I do. I don't know. Swift.
How did you feel when Roshan scored that touchdown, though? I mean, come on. Like,
I said it on DJ and Daz. I was like, I'm gonna have to be sad and happy at the same time that Roshan scores. So for the game, very sad. I was like, how the fuck are they leading this entire game? And then with 20-some seconds left, Roshan scores, and I just thought it was over at that point. And then, I mean, you know what happens after that. We all
thought it was over. We all thought it was over, including Tyreek Stevenson thought it was over too.
Yeah, what a video. What just waving and
Did you see the videos of him placing wagers with fans before the game?
No.
Ginder saying he won money on Swift. I mean, I took some of his props as well. So I mean, the receiving yard's still very low. The rushing total smashed.
Yeah, because he got one big play. Lucky bastard.
Really? One big play. Lucky bastard.
Yep.
Shut the fuck. Sums up the entire game for y'all.
Hey, man. Hey, if your defense isn't coached up properly and doesn't know how to cover a guy behind the fucking everybody else, I mean, that's
coached up properly. How many times did you find pay dirt before then? How many times?
Enough times to beat y'all.
only once before that.
You guys only scored.
I could catch a plumbus like that. Look at that. It just falls into your lap. It's a plumbus. It's not even a ball.
Hey, sometimes it's just how the cookie crumbles, my friend.
Literally crumbles into your hands off the
I will say, I have in recent memory, I've never been so excited for the ending of a Washington game. Like that was absolutely incredible.
I mean, let's get one thing clear. It was an amazing game. Like from my side of things, I was just like, holy shit, how resilient are we right now? You know what I mean? Like we were on the 1 4 minutes ago. Like we were like to me, like all the air was out of our sails at that point. You fumbled the ball in the 1. So to be that resilient, stop you a couple more times, get down the field again. It's like this is an amazing team win right now. This is crazy. I jumped out of my car. Let's fucking go. Oh, dude, elated. And then hit the floor.
I mean,
hit the floor.
What the hell were the Bears thinking letting their center run the ball, by the way?
Dude, I don't know, man. Like I don't get it. Like there's always this callback to the fridge,
Yep.
Like it's just always, we got to do it. We got to get the thick 6 because we think we're the Chiefs, It's kind of like the Jamaicans trying to pretend like they're the Swiss in Cool Runnings for 4 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like they were doing that for just like a teensy wince there. What about the Swiss man? What about the Chiefs man? No, stop it. Be yourself. Just be yourself. The Bears, my God.
At first I was like, who the hell is this fullback? He is massive. And then I noticed who it was and I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, you going after Evan Ingram this week?
Yes. And speaking of DJ and Dads, if you haven't already, come check us out Friday night, 9:30. Get all your best bets with us. Come on. I mean, we're helping you win money literally every single week. But Evan Ingram is the third tight end in a row that we're going to have to bet on where their pass catchers are now out and the line is going to be low. We saw it with Njoku. We saw it with Otten last week. This week, next up, Evan Ingram.
Does that mean Parker Washington's going to be Elijah Moore?
You mean Cedric Tillman?
I think that's too much to ask.
I do too. That's why
I think that's a lot.
Yes, that's a lot.
I thought we could battle with Elijah Moore.
We did call out Tillman on Friday.
We did,
as well. But nonetheless, Evan Ingram's going to be an absolute smash for a bet. I mean, they're going to have his line at 4.5 or 5.5. I think that his.
I would assume 5.5 with those guys being out though.
Yeah, which is, I mean, again, I think that's completely fine. Like he's going to see 14 targets probably. I mean, it's going to be so. Yeah, I'm taking Evan Ingram. Yes. Is this a revenge game for Peterson?
I don't know. Haven't they already done this already? I feel like they've played each other already. I feel like the wind's out of the sails again. Once you go round 2 here, of course you want to beat them. You want a Super Bowl with them. You want to stick one in the eye. But I don't know. I think that the Jags they'll just try to beat anybody right now. They'll take anybody.
This is accurate.
Please.
But yes,
please.
Evan Ingram, definitely will be drafting some Evan Ingram.
Hey, do you have the YouTube pulled up of our show right now?
I do.
How many likes do we have right now?
We have 2.
Oh, only 2. If we got guys, let's get to 5 at least so I can drop a dad joke while we're here. I mean, come on. Get to 5. Let's go. Come on now. See a lot of viewers in here. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get those numbers. Every 5 we'll get a dad joke. If we run out of dad jokes, I'll take my jacket off. I think I'm avoiding Zay Flowers. I'm not sure what to make of the situation here with Deontay Johnson just yet. If Johnson's going to be suited up and healthy here, I'm probably not doing too many lineups with Zay. Just want to see, through at least 1 week how they're going to break it down, the splits. I mean, I would assume that they're going to ease him in through a couple of weeks, but I could easily see, Deontay stealing a touchdown. He instantly becomes one of their red zone targets right behind the tight ends. Certainly ahead of what you would assume out of Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. Just better hands, better positioning, route running. I mean, you're getting a complete receiver here. Hopefully, he just plays well with others in Baltimore. I don't know what the deal is with Deontay Johnson. He just can't stay anywhere right now. Hopefully, he can settle down, down the street from me, lock in with Lamar, get some things rolling here at M&T and save our best ball teams. Woo-hoo. That would be amazing.
Ginder in chat saying that he does have a joke for you if you need one, Bruni.
We're going to need to at least get to 5 likes here. So, I mean, see Ginder, Rob, Tyler here already. Come on now.
Yeah, so in this range, I don't mind Ingram, obviously. I already pointed out David Montgomery like that.
Love Monty here. Monty and probably Ingram, just based on potential volume. I like Ingram less. I mean, honestly, Montgomery is probably the most likely target for me in this range, if not a scroll down beyond him.
Yeah, like Flowers, I kind of agree with you. I kind of want to stay away. I mean, this week is probably okay because until they really get Deontay Johnson involved more, Zay's probably going to still be an okay click here. I don't mind Burrow as well. I mean, obviously, I really like Chase, so I'm fine getting Burrow here. But then after that, kind of want to scroll down here because there's other guys down the board that I think are a little bit more enticing personally. But I mean, right here, you got Josh Jacobs. If they have no love, they're going to give Josh Jacobs the ball a lot. Now, I know Lions are very good against the running back, but this is more of a volume play than anything for me for Jacobs. And then honestly, like the rest of these guys, Marv Harrison's kind of interesting. I do like that with the uptick in targets last week, the way he performed with Kyler. I think they finally are unlocking Marvin Harrison a little bit and what he can do. So I do like that. Sam Laporta is interesting to me. We just saw that again. This is the time of year that we saw last year. Sam Laporta's usage really got an uptick. I think this is where they could potentially need to utilize him in games that could be close if it's love. If it's a love game, I'll be more inclined to take Laporta. If it's a Levis game or a Malik Willis game, I don't know that they'll need to utilize Sam Laporta as much. Right. So I'm not sure what what I want to do there with Laporta. Cooper pass for now. Cousins interesting. If you get a piece, I'm not taking Cousins naked, but if you get a piece and you want to, like London, want to take with Cousins, don't mind that. But honestly, keep scrolling down the board. There's other guys down there I like better.
No, absolutely. So yeah, fading Jacobs as well, especially if Malik is in. Like Cousins, if you have Bijan, London.
I'm not taking him with Bijan.
What?
I'm not taking him with Bijan. Okay. That's not an offense I want to do that with. If it's a Kirk day, I don't think it's a Bijan day, and vice versa.
Okay. I mean, I still think that Bijan plays a pretty heavy role in the passing offense, so you can still get him as receiver level type of production, but I feel you. I get it. I'd like Harrison as well. Bears defense, though, I think you stay away. I mean, you like what you saw last week. I think betting on it again with another tough matchup in back-to-back weeks, I think I just sold myself out of it. Like Andrews, he's just been getting better and better. But yeah, fading Cooper, fading Laporta with you as well. Like some of these guys in the next round. Tony Pollard, I think, is a great scroll down, great matchup going up against the Patriots, and they just love to use him. We smashed the Mason Rudolph over last week on passing yards. He's shown that he can keep the offense flowing, at least in a positive manner, until the wheels fall off from your defense. I mean, my goodness, what happened to the Titans defense? It was, at least a little bit better than average. Not so much last week.
No.
But regardless, once they were throttled, the Titans, the offense slowly faded. I like them to bounce back this week in a good matchup against the Patriots, who might, I think they're going to have Jacoby Brissett starting now.
I haven't seen official word there, but I think it kind of looks like that's the way that it's going to lead.
Yeah, so I like Pollard most, DJ Moore next. Definitely, think he wants to bounce back after last week.
How did he not go over his yardage last week?
That was crazy. It was the first.
Damn it, we knew the line was stinky.
I know. The first 3 quarters were just non-existent for the Bears offense. So, I mean, again, resilient to close that game, but my God. I don't think we can trust Dak right now.
No, I don't think so.
He's burned us a little bit in the previous 3 weeks here and there. So I'm going to say we're off of him.
Yep.
Are we going back to the Cedric Tillman well? Are we doing it? By the way, we are down here. We are down the board. This is like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is like round 9 players here. So these are all,
and some of these guys are, some of these guys are still live clicks. I mean,
absolutely.
So down here, Brian Robinson, definitely somebody I'll be taking. I mean, the Giants 15 most the running back. They utilized him a lot the first game they played him. So yeah, I think Brian Robinson's a good click here. T. Higgins, I hope he plays, but for now, staying off of him with the questionable tag. Matt Stafford, definitely somebody that will probably get you a little unique in this if you can get Matt Stafford paired up with Puka and or Cup. So I definitely like taking Matt Stafford a little bit, and then you have him highlighted. Taysom Hill, baby. It's why not Taysom?
He's highlighted because we can't measure him because we don't know what he's going to play. If he'll be a quarterback, a tight end, a running back. So that's why he's in. There's no matchup for him. We just know that he averages 6.5 fantasy points per game. I'll take the over. But yeah, the unicorn, you would assume is going to get to play up against the Panthers. I'll tell you what, if this Alvin Kamara whole questionable thing turns a bad corner, Taysom Hill going to climb the board.
Meg checking in saying, I think D-Jock, so our obviously friend of the program, Sebastian, said May had limited practice, so I think there's a chance for May. I didn't see official word on it yet, but maybe May.
It's gonna be maybe May. I like Brian Robinson here. I like Jared Goff. Obviously, if you get some Lions, get you some Amon-Ra. If you really believe in Laporta this week, we don't. And then moving on to the next round, I don't think I'm going to test it with Bo Nix. I don't think I'm going to do that. I know the Ravens are a good matchup against the quarterback position. Should be positive game flow here, but a guy like myself, where I'm doing 5 or 6 drafts, I think I'm going to chase some bigger potential upside. Perceived consistency.
Yeah, I do like Nix. He's been playing very well, but I think the Ravens might throw some stuff at him that he hasn't seen yet. And I mean, he's still a rookie, so I think he's going to take his lumps in this one.
Also like James Conner a lot. The Bears, while their secondary has been amazing, we've talked about it, the running game has not been so great. They were a little bit better last week, but I think that the Bears are still, a fair matchup for any RB. Saw James Conner find pay dirt last week, and again, a juicy matchup up against the Dolphins on the ground. I'd like James Conner to find the end zone again in Week 9 up against the Bears. Fading J.K. Dobbins, Tucker Kraft, especially if Malik Willis is quarterbacking. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm not really interested in Coleman or Shakir. Really love Darnell Mooney and Ladd McConkey clicks here. I think these are really, really dig down to the trench at picks for receiver. So maybe not a position you immediately run to the window for your DFS slots this week, because there is some really nice scroll down options here.
Secondary amazing, ? Letting up the Hail Mary.
Do you watch football? If you watch football, then you know what that is, what that was. But if you don't watch football, you just catch your Taylor Swift highlights. I get it. This might be confusing. I get that.
Are you taking your Bear Claw Caleb Williams this week?
Yeah, it's a great matchup. If you get DJ Moore, That's about it. Like if you really believe in Roma Dunze and Keenan Allen somehow as scroll downs, you can get both of those guys with your last 2 picks. If you want to get Caleb in one of those guys, if you believe in Rome, I know that the Twitterverse is all over. Let Rome eat, set Rome free. And it's just
let
not
Rome roam.
Let Rome roam. It's just not going to happen, guys. This isn't an offense where they're just going to like completely flip the script. They're going to be overly disciplined, trying to run the ball too much. I know it's gross. It's pathetic. It's sick. It makes me want to throw up, but that's what they're going to do. So get Williams in a piece if you want. Again, you can get both with your last 2 picks if you get a nice lineup. How are we on likes? Do we get to 5? No.
Oh, let me check. Negative, Ghost Rider. Wait, hold on. Let me refresh it. Maybe it is a. Oh yes, we're at 6. Dad joke. Go.
What do you call a fish with no eyes? FSH.
Oh yeah. See.
You're welcome.
No. You're welcome. Damn. So I'm going to give you a couple guys here. I'm just going to run through some of the guys that are down the board a little bit at every position and just ask you if you're interested or not. So it's kind of like a dating game. Swipe or smash or pass. All right, smash or pass. Jameis, quarterback 15.
Smash
against the
always
Chargers.
Always believe in Jameis. Always believe in Jameis.
You can't spell win without Winston, right? Or Winston without win. Yeah. Sorry, I fucked that one up kind of.
Sure.
Let's see. Trevor Lawrence. Any interest at all? Philadelphia middling defense.
Absolutely not. That's a huge pass.
Okay. Just curious. There it's a way to get unique if you're looking to try to get unique at all. All right, let's go over to running back.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Javonte. Raheem Mostert for the 2 touchdowns again. No.
Pass.
Let's go with your boy Chuba.
Smash.
Chuba. Smash, yeah, against New Orleans. Okay.
When do you not smash the Chuba?
J.K. Dobbins against Cleveland.
No.
Pass. Okay. All right, let's go over to wide receiver. Jaden Reed.
No, it's a pass. I mean, if we know Malik,
if
we know Malik Willis, it's an absolute no. Even if we know it's Love, I still think it's a no. I mean, like he's going to come back hurt. He's not going to be 100%. It's a no.
Okay.
Pass.
JSN against the Rams.
Pass.
Okay. Interesting. If Calvin Ridley plays, currently questionable.
Pass. Not consistent enough. I know I like the bounce back last week, but like we talk about, those Lions, they've got dead bodies in those secondaries. I'm telling you. Mason Rudolph making him look like he threw for 266 last week. You could have laddered him up to 250 from 194.
Cole Kmet going tight ends.
Probably no.
Okay. Zach Ertz.
Probably no. I think we can still do better. He's looking good though. No, nothing against Zach Ertz. Looking good. Doing nothing wrong really for me. So respect, but no thanks. Hard pass.
Just because I think the tight end landscape is a little closer than it's been in recent weeks. I'm going to give you 4 players. You rank them for me. Four tight ends, how you would draft them.
Mm-hmm.
David Njoku, Kyle Pitts, Jake Ferguson, Mark Andrews. So again, that's Njoku, Ingram, Ferguson, Andrews.
I see how they're ranked. I think you absolutely still want Njoku first.
Are any of these guys players that you're not drafting at all?
No, these are all good picks.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still think that Njoku you're prioritizing more. Ingram more so than Pitts. And did you say Andrews or Ferguson?
Both.
I think those guys. I mean, they're very similar. I think they're both behind those other guys. So I would go Njoku, Ingram, Pitts. Let's say Andrews, Ferguson, because I just like the Ravens' offense more.
Yeah, Ferguson is interesting to me because we haven't really seen the breakout game for him this year yet, like a really good game, and he always has a few. This one feels interesting because I do think Atlanta's going to put up some points on them, so Ferguson could be live to have a nice week for them.
Mike Robb saying he wants to take back his thumb. I'm guessing he disapproved of that dad joke. Mike, did you hear about the new restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere.
Oh, jeez. That one wasn't bad.
Okay, all right.
Are we ready?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Smash the like button. Let's go. Yeah, let's draft. Let's get into it.
Okay. I will pull it up for everybody here. Again, going into the Battle Royale streets. Week 9, 48,156 people this week. I'm going to do it on my phone. I'll pull it up on here then. If everyone is ready, we are going to count it down. Everyone is willing and welcome to join us. Bruni, you drafted with me?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have 2 more to start.
What happens when a toad parks illegally?
He gets towed.
That's correct.
Wow. All right. So we have Gindy, aka Team Ram R0D, aka Team Rambo, in the 3rd spot. We have Mike at the 4th spot. D Money 8888. Why the 4 8s, Mike? Why the 4 8s? And I don't know any of these other ones. Boss Hog. That's a I like that one.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
Boss Hog from what is that? Smokey and the Bandit, or is it right?
I got nothing
Boss
on
Hog, or no? Is that the oh my god, with the General Lee? Why am I fucking blanking on the name of the
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. Is it from that?
I don't know. I do know I'm getting a little warm.
Really? You don't say. You're not wearing a fucking ginormous Sully onesie.
That was your choice.
It was a choice. Bruni, we are up first here, big dog. How do you want to play this?
What do you think about Barkley?
Just going straight for the Barkles?
Yeah.
I like it. Fuck CD line.
All right, I like that. And we're good on fading the rest of the Eagles. We're just going to buy into the Barkley.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
All right. So let's see.
Yeah. Gindy says, oh, fuck. He said it was Dukes of Hazzard. So, Mike Raub, born 8/8/88. What a guy.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. That's almost as cool as me being born at 4:19 in the morning, ready to get high as fuck at 4:20.
Nice.
Allen. Wow. We got Allen going round 1. We've got a whole
brother. I just got Josh Allen in my last draft in round 5.
Whole mess of ruckus going on right now.
Nuts.
Josh Allen going number 2. That's awesome. Let's go. Let's steal some money here. Let's go. This is our shot. Are we thinking running back or receiver in round 2?
It depends on who falls. I would love if we could get like Pookie. I know we didn't really touch too much on Neighbors, but how do you feel about Neighbors against Washington? I mean, Washington's defense secondary has been getting better, but they're still able to be exposed.
It's tough to trust Dan Jones. I mean, is it going to be the week where Neighbors can put up 30? It feels like it's the opportunity based on matchup.
He killed him last time. I think he had 126 yards, something like that.
Mm-hmm. What are we up in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It says it right here, big dog.
Oh, hey, there it is, big dog.
So AJ Brown's still up top here. Bijan, Pookie, Monra, Sun God.
Kind of like Gibbs or Bijan.
So let's see. How did our boy Mike here start? He went Jamar Chase, AJ Brown. That's very solid.
Pretty solid.
Indy on the clock has CD and took Bijan. Okay. Solid as well. So we're going to be up here with a double pick, by the way.
Can't really go wrong here. Oh, no.
So Puka's there. I definitely want to take Puka.
All right, let's go.
So who do we want after that? Do we want to grab Gibbs? Do we want to grab do we want to double up on wide receiver here?
We didn't talk about Achane much. He also has a very good matchup up against the Bills, who have been bad on the ground. What do you think about Puka and Achane?
I mean, I'm fine with it. Yeah, I mean, Achan ran very well last week
and didn't get those touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like he's got a juicy matchup. It's a division game. Could get a
Do we
lot of.
think that he still is in that? Are they back to the he's going to do everything between the 20s and Mostert's going to get a billion touchdowns?
I mean, there is that narrative. I also like Daniels.
I mean, he's probably going to get catches though, too, though. Achan.
Oh,
So
we
yeah,
only got 8 seconds. So I'm Achan or Daniels for me.
yeah, let's take Achan.
Okay. Yeah, Daniel still has a really juicy matchup. Those would be the guys that I'd want to get in that round. Achan, Daniels, or Cook. Could have pulled Cook up the board. I mean, either one would have been fine. Maybe get Cook in the next one. Let's see. So St. Brown, Ramrod taking forever. Gibbs, nice little fall. You're doing that on purpose, right?
Yes, I'm
Just
sullying you.
Don't sully me. Oh, you bastard. Don't do it.
I haven't seen you drinking that beer a whole lot. You need a nipple for that thing?
It's pretty close to being done here.
Is it? Oh, you just a big gulper.
That's it.
Some of us are men and drink tall boys.
Is it?
It's a big one. What do you think? My hand's that big that it may, or that small makes this can that big?
Can you see the part where it says 10% alcohol?
Oh wow!
Let's ride.
So we're up in 5 picks here. We could have our opportunity to take any of these quarterbacks potentially. Cook potentially.
Yeah, I'd love Cook or Jaden if they came back around. That would be great.
Yeah, I mean, some of these tight ends again are interesting, but I think we can wait.
Oh, we can't get Cook. We already have the 2 running backs.
Oh shit! Yeah, yep. You're right.
So Jaden or probably won't make it to us. Receiver or tight end.
Yeah, so McBride and Njoku, Devontae's there. Oh no, actually, we don't want to do the Devontae and Saquon problem. I mean,
no, we're good.
I mean, again,
we can think of a stack here.
So Jaden did come back, so we
want
can
to
take
Jaden. Just do Jaden and Terry. It's not as sexy. I know that we said it. I would say him or Jaden and Njoku.
Yeah, I think I'd still rather take Jaden and Njoku.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. No, like we said, the upside is limited. He's not going to be a guy that's going to get us like 10 plus catches potentially, probably not even multiple touchdowns. So let's scroll the fuck down and find that guy. Let's, because we've got some time here to just, get our last dude.
So we either need a wide receiver. Oh yeah, actually we need a wide receiver.
Yeah. We could go Metcalf if you have any faith in him. I mean, it's just a bring back to that game.
He's still questionable. May return to practice Thursday, it says. I don't mind Harrison, DJ Moore. Both those guys seem like decent clicks.
I like DJ for sure.
I mean, we could go down the board and get like Mooney or somebody if you want to take one of those shots.
No, that's I think that's a moonshot with this lineup. I don't think we need it. Let's see. I mean, I would rather take Ladd McConkey over Darnell. I could get into that because that's a bring back to Njoku. So I could get into that.
Yeah, I mean, he did just go bananas.
I mean, it's a good matchup. The Browns are allowing the 5th most fantasy points to a receiver. If anything, they've been better on the ground. I mentioned not buying J.K. Dobbins this week. I think if the Chargers, are going to be relevant in this game, they're going to be passing the ball with some volume here.
It's true. So Mike has taken Burrow, James Cook, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Brock Bowers. Pretty solid lineup.
Yeah, solid. Yeah, I mean, we were just talking.
See what he does there. He took Pollard. Gindy has Hurts, Bijan, Gibbs, CD, Devontae, and Taysom Hill. Again, I like the Taysom Hill shot there. All right, so we're taking.
I would say Ladd, DK, or DJ.
Man, just because he had such a bad game last week, I kind of want to take DJ
2 weeks.
Moore.
2 weeks in a row, he's not been amazing.
Yeah, let's take him.
All right, I'm down. Hey, doesn't take much to convince me on that one. So that was solid. Let me pull it up. So we had Daniels. I'm just gonna take some notes.
Yeah, we had Daniels, Saquon,
Barks,
Achan,
Puka,
DJ Moore, and Njoku.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. If everyone's ready again, we will be going. Bruni, are you ready?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter.
7.
One more to start. Get in while you can.
Why did the golfer have to change his pants?
Because he was shorts.
He had a hole in one.
Solid. Looks like nobody got in with us. Bruni, do you want to do 2 at a time?
Sure.
Electric. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna enter into another one. If everyone's listening, I'm gonna go into another one here. Ready and go. 3 more to start in that one. Oh man, doubling up. Let's go.
What did the Buffalo say when his son left for college?
I don't know.
Bison.
Bison. Wow. All right, so Bruni, the one that's going to start in 7 seconds here, we are 4. In the other one, we are 2, and it looks like Mike and Gindy did get in that. Tiger Woods. Nice.
Well,
solid.
Tiger Wood.
Yeah, Wood.
So for the 2-1, I like going Chase. For the 4-1, if we can get him, I'd like to get Williams.
Okay. Well, we'll see how these pan out here for us.
I mean, Chase is based really on your recommendation, so just kind of going.
Damn, Andrew, bad at time. Now I know how the wife feels. Damn.
Ouch.
Look, I got that. It's all good. Ginder just texted me and said, "What do a pizza delivery driver and a gynecologist have in common?"
They both eat out.
I don't know. I mean, his delivery is bad here with the. Oh, he's typing.
Oh yeah, you have to actually have like the punchline.
All right, so oh my God, Jaden Daniels #1. So we're at 2 here in this one. Who do you want to take?
Are wild.
Who do you want to take?
I just say take Chase still. I mean, we can go Lamb if you want to. I'm okay with it.
No, we'll take Chase.
We'll just mess up the board. I love it.
Here we can get Kyron. Do you want to do that?
Yes, I do.
He said they both can smell but not eat.
Okay.
Rough.
Sure. A little darker. What do you call a man who can't stand?
A sitter.
Neil. Yeah. Where are we at here? 3 picks away.
3 and 5.
So pull up to 3.
This is one we have Kyron
on. Okay. I guess AJ Brown.
Potentially that is an option here for us.
If not, I would say Bijan maybe. I don't know.
He took Kamara.
Who else do I like as a scroll? I like Malik as a scroll down there.
Lamb at 3. You two are doing God's work.
You're welcome, buddy.
He said that I'm lying, but I'm not. All right. We are up now. AJ is there, so we can get Kyron and then AJ here. We want to do that.
I like that a lot. Yep.
And now we are up in 1 here with our Jamar Chase. Bijan, Gibbs, Amon-Ra.
I like Bijan most if we can get him.
He did fall to us.
Yep. Okay, great. Things are going our way here. We're up in 2 picks.
Yes. So coming up here, we could take Gibbs potentially, Malik, Ken Walker. We could take Cook if we want to pull up Cook.
What about just doing Hurts and AJ?
Well, this one we have Chase and Bijan.
Oh, my bad. Go back up really quick. Sorry.
This is as up as it goes.
Neighbors.
You want to take Neighbors on this one? Okay, I'm fine with that because he did dog us last time.
Mm-hmm.
So the Kyron one, where you're up in 3 picks.
We can get Hurts in this one. He's live.
He's live. I'm just gonna mark him right there.
Who else is there?
Gibbs, Allen, Allen Jackson. Get that. Ken Walker, Brock Bowers, Cooper Kupp, Drake London, Jaden. Cook.
Yeah, I like getting Hurts here if we can. Do you know anyone that needs an arc?
An arc?
Yeah, I know a guy.
Of the Covenant or what?
Yeah, I know a guy.
You got a worm guy?
I know a guy. You'll get it
All
when
right, we are up, and Jalen Hurts is not available for us.
Ouch. Let's see. I do like Ken Walker.
We could pull up Cook if you wanted to have
Let's
Kyron
pull
and
up
Cook.
Let's do that. Good call.
Right.
Good shout out. Good shout out. I do like Ken Walker still, but Cook, very juicy matchup against the Finns. Oh, they're running against each other. 3 and 4 away. They're running.
We're gonna need to make sure we're on our P's and Q's here.
Get our legs out. Show some skin.
He said Noah guy. I'm mad I got that.
Yeah. You're welcome. I got 2 left, so whenever you want me to fire them off. I can't do it on DGen dads. It's too corny for that vibe, you know. It's all top drawer. It's top class.
Top drawer.
Picks.
So
top drawer content.
We are
DGen dads. Come on.
for real. We are up Bijan, Chase, and Neighbors.
Bijan, Chase. That's who we have.
Yeah.
I mean,
you want to take Cook in this one with Bijan?
We could double dip on Cook. Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
The same thing.
All right. Up one here. This is the one that we have Kyron, Cook, and AJ. Cup is there. If Cup is still there, oh yeah. Let's take Cup.
That's fine. Cup and Brown.
Cup and Brown. 2
Brown
Cups, 1 Brown.
Dude. Gross.
So yeah, this is the Bijan, Cook, Jamar Chase, Neighbors.
If Lamar falls, I think we just take him.
Just take him, just all by himself.
If he falls, yeah. Is there anyone else that you like there? I mean,
it would be Burrow if we weren't going to take Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar, I think, just gives us more upside with the legs.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think that Chase Brown or Moss could both find the end zone this week. We'll see.
So yeah, up in 4 on the Kyron, Cook, AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp. So we need a tight end and a QB.
I'm good with Njoku. I'm good with Ingram. We can do McBride, Pitts. No,
do you want to take Matt Stafford on this one? Get a little crazy with the Rams?
No,
too much.
No, too much.
All right, then
trying to keep me in check. Just trying to play by your rules.
Then we may need to pair a QB with a tight end here if we want to go that route.
Cousins and
Hurts.
You want to do Cousins and Pitts? Goff and Laporta? What about Goff and Laporta? Goff has been amazing. Where is he on this board?
I'm fine with that if you want to do that. I mean,
he's getting 17 fantasy points per game right now. I mean, let's see. Kyler's a better click. I mean, just per game.
Is that what we want to do? Laporta and Goff?
I'm good with that, yeah.
Okay.
It's the week. It's going to happen. They're going to win us a fuck
ton of money. So we're putting Goff. He should fall to us, obviously. I think everyone
else
has a QB.
He's got
everyone has a QB.
He's way down there. Way down there. He's past Cedric Tillman and Matt Stafford.
This other one that we have, everybody, we need a tight end. So we have, we could take Andrews if we want to stack it with Lamar.
Yep, I'm good with that.
All right, Mark Andrews, come on down. You found the end zone 3 weeks in a row. Let's make it 4, big dog.
Go to that team, the one that's full, really quick. Oh no, we need to. Never mind.
So we have Lamar Jackson, Bijan, James Cook, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, and Mark Andrews. Andrews, Neighbors, Chase, Cook, Bijan, Lamar.
It's pretty good.
Not bad indeed. Not bad indeed. So this one, oh yeah, this is going to be our golf lineup. That's right.
Mm-hmm. So this is golf. Put Laporta at the bottom.
What's happening? Why does it keep doing that?
I don't
Dealing
know.
with sore ankle, it says.
We're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about that, but
yeah, we're fine.
Okay, so this one was Goff, Kyron, Cook, AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp, Sam Laporta.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Do we want to do one more for the people?
Up to you. We are at an hour 5, so I'm good to close it if you like. And I have 2 more dad jokes, so it's up to you.
Yeah, let's do one more, and you can unleash the dad jokes during this.
As soon as you hit enter, I'll let one rip here.
Okay, well, hold on. I want to make. Is this the one that everyone was? Oh yeah. Okay, so everyone's done. So all right, we will run one more for the people. If everyone is ready, we will be entering in right now. 5, 4, 3, 2,
7.
3 more to start.
When is a door not actually a door?
When it's unhinged.
When it's ajar.
Oh,
very close. Very close. The numbers 19 and 20 got into a fight. 21.
Is that like the why is the 6 afraid of 7?
Exactly, because 7, 8, 9.
That's right.
All right, where are we at?
Number 6. Looks like Gindy got in here with us at the
number
spot.
1 spot. Number 1 spot. Going to take
his burner at the 4 spot. Brady Goat loves himself some Tom Brady. Thomas.
Nice. I was going to say he was going to take Kelsey, but I don't think they're on this slate, so he's got to take DeAndre Swift here with the 101. Right?
Has to.
So again, we are at the turn actually. So let's see. Last time we weren't even at the turn, and we were able to get Kyron, AJ Brown. So we won't do that. What do you think of? Oh, I don't know. Do you think Derrick Henry would fall to us? You think you like Derrick Henry this one? Let's go around.
I mean, I'm fine with it if yeah.
So maybe we do Henry and.
Kind of want if I take Henry, kind of want to double up at running back right away.
You like him in Bijan or you like him in Gibbs?
I mean, him and Kyron would be nice.
Okay, I was kind of thinking there.
Barkley Henry maybe.
I was thinking like Henry up front and somebody out back, like maybe David Montgomery, who's a huge scroll down.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with that. I have a lot of Henry Montgomery in best ball, so you know.
Yeah. I mean, Montgomery is down there, and he's averaging the same amount of fantasy points per game as these guys up top. The same amount as Malik Neighbors, more than Brock Bowers, more than Amon-Ra, more than Puka. Same amount as Bijan. Same amount of fantasy points per game as Bijan Robinson, a first-round pick. Obviously, second round in this one, but first overall this year. Same as CD Lamb. Very similar to Jamar Chase. Like, it's wild.
So we are up. Derrick Henry is there. We could go Henry Brown, Henry Bijan, Henry Puka.
I like going Henry Brown, but I know that we just took him, and then we already have Puka as well. I don't know if I want to go Hill. So I'll let you definitely take the second pick. I'm also good with Neighbors, but again, these are guys we've already taken.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind taking.
Or you can go Bijan. I'm very good with that too. I know the Montgomery argument is solid, but Bijan also just really solid.
Henry Brown it is.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Very good matchups maybe not very good matchup for Derrick Henry, but if Derrick Henry's in your lineup, you yourself have a good matchup up against the number, whatever it is. He was minus 165 to score 2 touchdowns against the Bengals. That was ridiculous. I'll never forget that. 2 touchdowns, minus 165. It's psycho. All right, so we've got Henry, we've got AJ connected, a couple of good quarterbacks. I think we can get a little bit different there. What do you think about doing a Caleb Williams lineup? Feeling weird?
feeling weird. I mean, I don't hate it. I also don't mind doing like Stafford Cup if that potentially lends
Okay.
itself to us.
Okay. We said we're staying away from Dak, right?
I mean, I don't necessarily need to do that.
I want to think of a good
Like, do you
scroll
want
down.
him and Fergie?
No, I don't. We actually don't have Lamb, so there's no point to get him. I'm looking at some other scroll downs though. What is it? Cortland Sutton gets the Ravens. Ravens have been a pass funnel. That could be a scroll down.
Yeah, we kind of don't like Bo Nix though. Like, I'm not,
Yeah, we're not betting. We're not betting on it. But what do you think about doing like Jamison Tillman?
Is it too cute?
It might be. It might be. Or
We
is
are
it answer to
we are up.
$50,000?
We are up. Lamar.
If we can do Cup, if you want to chase Stafford. Also good with London. We talked about him earlier.
I mean, we could do London and Cousins as well.
London Cousins. London. I'm good with that.
All right, so London, and then is there a running back here that we want to take? Achan, Cook, Swift.
I mean, I'm good with Swift, or I'm also good on waiting and getting a tight end if you want.
So if we get a tight end, McBride, Njoku, Pitts, Ingram.
I would say McBride. Let's ride.
You don't want to fade him again?
Nope, I do not. Definitely got to get him in a lineup. I definitely got to get him in.
Gindy said, "Big girls don't cry." Fergie, Michael Scott, London Bridges, also Fergie.
Very good. Well done.
Her London Bridges fall down
when they fall. All right, where are we at here? We've got Trey, London, AJ, Henry.
Yes.
Okay, so we need a potential running back, receiver, and we're gonna get. I kind of almost want Kyler over. No, it's the Bears. God damn. And that's another thing is like last week going into that Dolphins game, he only had one multi-touchdown game. He hit it last week. Ouch. Thanks, Kyler. Again, to bet it in back-to-back weeks. But like you had said last week, McBride's juice has still been worth the squeeze.
He's just getting the targets. I mean, that's
exactly,
just a nice thing for him.
Next words out of my mouth. Yeah, he just gets the volume, which is great. And in a Bears offense that will allow you to eat on them underneath.
You know what? Now that I think about it, how dare you fade him? That's a best ball darling for you. How dare you?
It is. Sometimes it's about making tough decisions. Like I said, Ginder's in the chat. He didn't have to play against Trey McBride last week. He didn't have to play against Trey McBride. Still took the L double weenie.
Wiles comes back and beats me. He was down 16 going into Monday night. Comes back and beats me by 2.
He probably beats me this week. I think I'm outgunned.
All right, we are up here. So Swift. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Yep.
And then Cousins.
Yeah, that works.
That's how we want to play this. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So that leaves us with Kirk Cousins, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift, AJ Brown, Drake, London, Trey, Mick, Groom.
Bride?
Not Bride.
Very good. Very good.
Nice, thank you.
Very good, Dad. You were able to pull it off. You were able to pull off one dad joke tonight.
Yes. Let's go.
His name is DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Again, you may be watching the wrong channel. It's a little bit different.
Ginder currently sitting with Jalen Hurts, Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery. Took the doubled up on the old Lions running backs. Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and no tight end currently. Okay. What do you think about that? Gibbs and Monty.
I mean, Higgins and Chase won the whole thing 1 week, so I'm not going to beat him up about it.
That's double wide receivers. I mean, double running back. You still like it?
It's the Lions. I mean,
this is true.
Those two guys are leading the skill position players in fantasy points per game. So do with that as you will. And then McBride. I was just writing out this last roster.
Yeah, so I can always send them to you as well. But
yep,
yes,
I got it. All right, very good. Good stuff, sir.
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate everyone hanging in there with us. Love drafting with you guys as always. If you haven't already done so, like the video, share with your friends. Make sure you have the notification button on. If you're listening over on Twitter, come on over to YouTube. Join us. Get in the chat. Draft with us. Like the channel. Appreciate every single one of you guys. 2 nights from today, Friday night, 9:30. Get your best bets, your props, your ATS, your dogs with us on DGen Dads. We've been absolutely crushing it every single week for you guys. So appreciate everybody in here. Bruni, anything else for the good people other than it's spooky season? Be safe out there tomorrow night. Halloween, go trick-or-treating, get some candy, have fun. Halloween's awesome.
Don't listen to Andrew. Play with the sharp objects. Live dangerously. Eat all the candy the first night. Don't listen to Andrew.
Egg the houses, whatever.
Egg the houses.
Only if they don't give out candy. If they try to give you out veggies, nah, absolutely not.
Egg people. Egg their cars. Go crazy.
Geez.
It's a full moon. I have no idea if it is or not, but actually don't do any of those things, and don't hold me responsible when you're arrested for doing so. Take care. Be well. Be good. If you can't be good at it. We'll see you.